Hey, look at that. Now it's me taking forever to respond. Finals was a lot, so I decided to not do this during finals. I just watched your video. It's been 11 days, so yeah, a little late. Sorry about that, but no, finals was a little bit more important. Finished my last one yesterday, so I'm done. Which feels good. I bombed a few, but that's okay. I didn't need to do too well on many of them to do pass the courses, and I have a few courses that I did really well in to boost my grades, so it is what it is. I don't really care what my grade is too much, so as long as I pass and I understand the content enough, then I'm good. Shada just left to go back to Victoria. She'll be there for hopefully just 4 days, and then will be coming with me to Austria. I fly out on the 29th late, so that's coming up quick, and I'm going to be starting to pack up my shit and figuring out what to do with all of that, so that's something. I'm not entirely sure if she will be joining me in Austria. Weird family situation on that one, so I'm trying to figure that out, but so there's still a question if I'll see her this summer, which is unfortunate, but we'll see how that goes, but I can't know right now. Currently the plan is I'll see her Saturday, so I have to think like that. Prez is done. I'm feeling good. Life's good. I haven't breathed yet, if that makes sense. Like, I haven't fully got there yet. I think it'll take me a little bit to get there. But I'm on my way. I think it's a stressful few days until I get to Austria, and then a stressful few days to get set up there. Because I can't move into my place right away. I have to, every few days we'll be in a hotel, and I start work while I'm still in that hotel. Getting banking sorted out and figuring out how to fucking pay for things and euros and sell plans and all that stuff. But life is good. It's been warm here. It's been nice. It's been it's been colder the last week, but that's been fine. Maybe a few days where it was up to 35. So, yeah, it was really nice. Hoping that holds, but this summer's gonna be good. Now, what was the conversation? AI ethics. Yeah, I think I agree with you that AI ethics is going to be a small-ish group of people, more on the research side. And it was more the idea of trying to find a solution for your philosophy problem. The thing is I think any sort of job that uses philosophy is going to be a academia job. You're going to have to be in school for another fucking 8 years and stay at a university for the rest of your life. Like, I don't think jobs exist outside of that. And I think that's just a fact of life. There's nothing really else that makes sense. In terms of, which is why I'm like pushing you to do more computer science stuff. There's ways of using it outside of just philosophy in that sense, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm curious to see what your path is forward and that kind of stuff. I haven't really thought of topics. I need to figure out how I'm going to be doing these in Austria. There'll probably be a few days. Like, I'll probably be able to do these back and forth until I get there, and then maybe a few days of me sorting that shit out of where the fuck I'm going to be, and maybe I'll find time for these. It's going to be a busy few weeks, but at least less stressful, which is good. I've started playing more games because I've had a little bit more time. I want to just kind of turn my brain off for periods, and it's just a little bit of getting over it, a little bit of Cuphead. But I don't know. I have a feeling they're going to go away really quick. I'm starting to get my mind into project mode again, which takes a little bit of time to ramp up. Of just that being my go-to of opening up VS Code or SolidWorks or whatever. So we'll have to see how that goes. I'm going to try to take this week as much of a relax as I can and see friends who I haven't seen, and it feels odd. It feels odd leaving for the term because I'm so used to being the one who's staying around and everyone else is leaving around me, and I have my new group of people who are coming in for the term. So I'm kind of having to get used to that a little bit as an idea. But I mean, I'll have people in Germany. I'll have people out and about. Come visit me again. Maybe, perhaps. We'll have places for you to stay in Austria, but that's, I know, is a shot in the dark. Is that the term? Something like that. My roommates have started to build out our backyard a bit more. It was kind of just like a... Sorry. Sneeze. I'm not going to cut that out. You're just going to deal with me sneezing. Starting to build out the backyard a bit. It was kind of just a bunch of dirt and grass, kind of lumpy, but they've been getting a bunch of patio stones and getting the barbecue and getting that all set up, which has been nice. I'll be able to enjoy that in the fall while it's still warm. I don't know. I won't be coming back to Kelowna until Christmas. I'll be leaving pretty much right after my last final, and then hopefully, and then I'll be leaving Kelowna on the 29th to head out to St. John's for a conference, which will be fun. But I'll definitely, we'll be able to hang out around then, but that's still a long ways away. My family, I'll be seeing them in Munich the first weekend that I'm in Europe, which will be nice. And my mother will get her fix in because she doesn't like me not being home for a year, which is fair, I guess, but my schedules kind of doesn't really allow me to go home as much. Like, I could have gone home right now for 4 days, but I would be packing for the last few, and then I fly back for 4 days. That doesn't feel right, and I'm just stressed about that. It didn't make sense, so we'll see. I need to start figuring out what I'm going to be doing for the winter and stuff for jobs and whatever for the next year, because I'm going to be starting to apply for jobs soon for that. And starting to figure out, because my last 2 co-ops are this next winter and the summer after. I have 8 months in a row. And usually those co-ops are what are really close to what you do as a job long term. I'm hoping to have one of those in Vancouver. I'm hoping it to be the summer one, the last one, or I'm hoping the first co-op to be out here, because I have a bunch of friends who are graduating 2024 that I want to be here for. I also just, not moving for 8 months is nice. But yeah, we'll see. I want to, if I can be out in Vancouver for the summer, which will be after you graduate, after Izzy graduates, that'll be nice. I'll be able to see you all more, especially during the co-op term all the time. And that should be able to get me the connections I need to move out there long term, which is still my goal. So I'll still be like 5-ish hours away, but a lot better and a lot cheaper than where I am now, in terms of coming to see y'all. Yeah, I don't know, it's odd. I can't see myself at all staying out here, but like I've built such a good community and friends and network out here that it feels weird leaving it. Like, while Vancouver's my home and BC's my home, it feels like I'd be restarting more than picking up where I left off, if that makes sense. Like, one, I'm not going to Kelowna, but at the same time, like, I would never see myself go to Kelowna. I don't, like, other than you and Izzy, I don't want to pick up where I left off. I don't see myself hanging out with the group at all. I don't see myself thriving in Kelowna. I like having a little bit of distance from my family, which is nice. My mother won't like hearing that, but that's okay. But Vancouver's interesting because, like, I do have connections there. I do have people there, but like I haven't talked to them in a while. I have a bunch of friends who are graduating this year, graduated last year, graduating in the next year, who are all planning on being in Vancouver, and so I will have people out there, but I don't know how well that will look in terms of, like, what am I going to go out there? Am I going to hit, like, be really good friends again, and not like nothing's happened, or is it we're just not going to talk? So I don't know. It feels weird. Like I'm getting into I'm in the latter half of my degree, and it's questions I'm starting to have to think about. I don't like it. I've gotten quite comfortable at uni. I've gotten a good schedule. It's been really easy to be sociable. And I know that life just gets very different once you're not in uni. I've had a few opportunities and a few people talk to me about doing masters, which if I have the grades for it and I have a topic that I would like to research and stuff at that point in time, I may. It's definitely not something I've thrown away yet. Currently, I have the grades to get in, and so it just matters if I keep them. But I'm not gonna break my back to try to keep them, because one, I'd be able to go back with one of my old companies, the company I worked with last term, and do research with them while doing classes at Waterloo. There's this joint program, so I can do my research project in projection technology, which is really cool. Or the company I'm going to this summer in Austria is connected with the technical university in Graz, and it seems like a lot of their co-ops, they try to get to come back as master's students, and so maybe I do a 2-year master's in Austria, which I wouldn't be opposed to either, and obviously that would be postponing when I come back to BC, but it doesn't change the fact that I'd be coming back to BC. So yeah, I have a lot of thoughts, I have a lot of ideas, and obviously I don't have to make decisions now, but I don't know, we'll see what happens. This next year ahead of me is interesting because I have, in the next year I have 2 co-op terms and a school term. I have all of the Ontario Investor stuff, which means new team, new projects, less work, but conferences I'll be going to and other things to look forward to. Yeah, I'm quite excited. It's a little bit of a reset for me, especially being done Prez. So we'll see how that all goes. I'm trying to think. I've had a few ideas for projects that I may want to rope you in on. And one that has come to mind, especially on the side of AI, because AI is cool, and I don't know how much there is of this, and I can probably Google this now and see, would be some sort of visual tool for building neural nets and stuff. I think there is a few. Let me actually search up right now. Yeah, there's a few. TensorFlow has a little playground for stuff. Huh, that's fun. But yeah, I'm open to doing some AI projects. I have some experience with AI. I made a model from scratch, a multi-label classification network. I think it was 3 layers. It wasn't too big. It didn't need that second hidden layer. And I did all the math from scratch. I did it in Python, but it was no TensorFlow, nothing. It was just, I did all the math, built it from scratch. And I don't know if I told you about this, but it was that maze solver one. Because I had all the code to generate and solve mazes using algorithmic means. So I was able to quickly generate a data set. And no one in the past had used a multi-label classification neural net, which is like a normal neural net, but there's like a normal classification labeling net. Think of like the number labeler, but the end output, multiple things can be correct. Like it's not like it's just saying it's a 0 or 1. It's giving color plus something else, right? So there's multi-level labels that will be the correct answer, that you have to sort out which labels are the correct ones that it's actually putting out. But no one's ever done that to take those 1s and 0s at the output and make an image out of it. And I realized after doing lots of research on research papers that no one had done that. And I'm like, well, the math works. I can input an image and output an image, and why not? And it worked. It works great. And I was debating writing a paper about it. I may still write a paper about it, because I still haven't found anything online about it using multi-label classification elements and that. But I'm so down to do more AI stuff and building it into another application, which would be something that I would get more of your help on, especially for the web side, if we do web or even web app, like a desktop app or anything like that. Like, I don't do that. I would do back end. I don't do that. I don't like that. It's too UI UX for me. Yeah, so as another seed of ideas of AI and neural nets, I would be so down to do that. Yeah, I don't know. I also had the idea of, I was thinking of doing some sort of like smart clock thing, which I would build on the Raspberry Pi, and I have this little like 11-inch, no, I have much smaller, it's like a 5-inch, 8-inch screen that I would kind of build the clock into and probably build a web app on and have it also do like NHL score updates or whatever, which would be kind of fun. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna leave it here. I haven't a lot to talk about. It's been a few weeks. I just wanted to get something out and get this going again because I'm scrambled. I'm tired. I'm done. I'm here though. So yeah, I will talk to you soon. I'm glad to hear from you. Bye.